So Happy New Year, everyone. Good afternoon and good evening for some of you who are on the European side, and good morning if you're more on the West Coast. It's a pleasure. It's our second webinar of the year. We did a COVAC Global webinar at 11 a.m. this morning, and now we have Alexis from Calivigny. So Alexis, tell us more about your beautiful island or remind us.
Of course, but first of all, I wanted to wish to everyone a very great year for 2022. And yes, indeed, as you said, I'm sure for 2022 in the next few years, private island market will just increase a lot for different reasons. But the first right is that we can guarantee and offer a very great health safety in private islands, in the same time ensuring incredible experience. And of course, more in Calivigny Island. So welcome on Calivigny Island, your private paradise located in the extremely south of Grenada, which is in front of the coast of Venezuela. It's a great location because we are under the hurricane belt and we avoid most of the time all the hurricane and bad weather. So all we can get on Calivigny. It's very easy. From the moment the clients are landing from Maurice Bishop, which is the airport of Grenada, we take care of everything. And it's about a 15-minute car ride to reach our private marina in the mainland, and then 10-15 minutes boat ride. So in less than 30 minutes from the moment the clients are landing, they can be directly in this wonderful private island.
Alexis,
Something very
I just wanted to say you're picking up the clients at the plane. Huh? They don't even go through the airport.
Of course.
Huh? So
Indeed,
whatever,
right?
commercial or private, you're picking them up at the plane, which is amazing.
Exactly. Indeed, as we can organize a protocol to avoid the custom, and we take care of the client directly on the tarmac with our private car. Indeed. So Calivigny, something very important to understand is that we are not an hotel, neither a resort, but a private island to rent entirely for having a very private experience. And that's something very important because exclusivity and privacy, it's a real asset for us. And that's something very important for all the clients we welcome on Calivigny. So we have three different living atmosphere in Calivigny. The first one, which is the beach house villa. The island is about 80 acres. And this beach house villa is definitely the earth of the island. As you can see, more than 4,000 square meters for this villa. So you can imagine the space that the client can enjoy. 9 suites, 10 suites, but as we recently convert one of the small rooms of the island, because it's the villa where we have all the main amenities, meaning main pool, main kitchen, board games, fitness center, etc. So usually most of the clients like to spend their time in this area. Regarding the style, it's a mix between French colonial and Balinese. So as you can see, we could be definitely on the roof of Bali in the middle of Caribbean, which is something quite amazing. And actually, you can have a walk on this roof. This is the main living room of the beach house, designed by Oscar de la Renta and the French Compagnons du Devoir. So as you can see, every single part of this villa is designed for luxury. Welcome on the presidential suite. We have definitely a rate on the island in terms of items that we use to provide to our guests, and we will gonna to speak about it later. Welcome on the bathroom of the master suite of the beach house villa. Full Italian marble, 2 statues, one for Madame and one for Monsieur. Two huge black marble shower, as you can see on the left. So you have an idea about the spirit and the luxury that we can reach on this first villa. The second villa, Overhang, was built in a very different way. The owners are also a huge fan of yachts, and they wanted to reproduce the feeling to be on the yacht for this villa. That's why you can see the villa is directly built on a half on the sea here to try to reproduce this feeling as if we were on a dock on a yacht. It's just about 3 minutes walking to reach the first villa through the palm trees or through the sea, and we have a very different style for this villa, very more modern, designed by Christopher Guy, the London architect. So we have two different styles for two different villas. This villa can welcome up to 18 guests for 9 suites. We have 2 suites upstairs and 7 suites downstairs, which is great because we can keep a certain level of privacy. And sometimes when we get families with teenagers, we know how that works. Teenagers want to escape from the parents, so we can welcome them. It's what we do usually on the ground floor. This way they can have their own private chef, for example, for having their own dinner, they have their own bar, and try to escape from the parents. We have lush vegetation all around the island, and what we recommend to our guests when they arrive is just to get lost at the beginning and to disconnect with a daily basis and to discover all this beautiful area that we can offer to them. The last living atmosphere, these 3 deluxe beach cottages, it's definitely the most natural experience, I should say, because they are right between, in front of the Caribbean Sea and in our local jungle. For each one, we can welcome up to 4 guests. So up to 12 guests for these 3 beach cottages. Each one have a private jacuzzi. And that's beach cottages, but as you can see, that's still sophisticated. Private kitchen also, so we can imagine to bring a chef if a couple want to just have a private moment in one of these bungalows. No, the second part, which is last but not least, the experience that we offer in Calivigny are always different regarding the client we are welcoming. We never had two same rentals in Calivigny. Because what we want to offer is 100% tailor-made experience from the beginning to the end. Beginning with the chef, we have, for example, the 3 chefs working for the family, but we are very flexible. If one group needs a special private chef, or we have the option also to have a starred Michelin chef, that's something which is possible. So we can organize a formal cocktail or dinner as here in the pool terrace of the beach house or in the rotunda. All meals and as here for a garden party that I know Dominique could enjoy one time. Yeah. Also, the owner definitely wants to offer the island as if the client were a friend of the family. So that's why they let all the piece of arts, all the French cutlery and porcelain for the clients. No, in terms of activities that we can offer in Calivigny, we have more or less all the toys and water sport that you can imagine: jet ski, jetpack, kayak, snorkeling, diving, catamaran. We have 2 boats, one for the transportation and one for the water activities. We just bought the Sea-Doos, so everything that you can imagine. And we can also arrange, of course, activities out of Calivigny, like fishing station, discovering the incredible water museum that we have on the mainland, doing quad or buggy stations, or just visiting the local rum or chocolate factory in Grenada, for example. In terms of sports, we have a football field, a tennis field also, basketball hoops, volleyball hoops, and we can, one more time, having on request some special teacher that could be for boxing session, yoga. We can do massage also. From the moment we get an inquiry, we try to dig a lot to understand what are expecting the clients and try to offer them more that they are expecting. We have also these 7 gazebos, which is these warehouses spread over the islands to have intimate moments. That could be for having a cup of champagne, enjoying a sunset in the jacuzzi as a year, or for having a private dinner, for example, or a romantic dinner. These 2 beautiful sandy beaches that can enjoy the clients, of course, and maybe my favorite part, which is this treehouse, you know, the one that you were dreaming when you were 12, but in quite better because you have 5 or 6 bed, AC, Wi-Fi, and PS5. So most of the time, the children prefer to spend their time here than the villa. So just a word to say that we think of the children. We can get nannies also if needed. We have also wonderful green farm and with some animals, some donkeys, some chickens. So we did some mornings visit for the children, usually with the nannies. So yes, in some basic images and word, who we are and what we can offer in Calivigny, I try to be unique.
Thank you very much, Alexis. Yeah, definitely. I think that would be nice if we could have some farm picture, because you have a really wonderful garden, the vegetable garden, and that bring all this organic side, the quality of the product that are being using, and the food is unbelievable. So I hope everyone will just trust me. That's I think if everybody who knew what to expect food-wise, they would actually even go there for the food as a destination, because it's incredible. I remember doing a fun trip, and one of us had egg Benedict, and she put them to her and she said, "Oh my God." So we all looked at her. They were a white truffle bechamel with the egg Benedict. And the next day, everybody had egg Benedict for breakfast. So that was the souvenir of the food. The dining is beyond exceptional, truly. But you know that too. But I wanted to share it. What did you say, Alexis?
That's true, and I wanted to add something that moreover, we try to create a real connection between our chef and the clients. We can do some cooking session for sushis, for pizza, or for something else, and for the client can go with the chef to choose directly on the green farm their own fruit and vegetable. So that's a real experience. I mean, the culinary pleasure in Calivigny is definitely one of our major assets also.
Yeah, because as you said, you have an Asian chef, you have an Italian, you have also could be a French. And I know if the clients are coming from the US, you usually like to throw in a US chef. So the kids at least, or people who are familiar with a certain type of food, or especially for kids, the parents usually.
We are very flexible on that and doing regarding the expectation of the guests.
Yeah. Céline, I see. Do you grow any vegetable? Yes, as we said, do. And I would love that next time Alexis could have some great picture of that. And client asks for wineries like in Europe. I don't think there is any wineries in Grenada.
No.
To visit.
No, we have some rum, but no winery. And our sommelier do a selection of wine for the clients. We imported from everywhere, from France, from a lot from France, of course, because our owner are French, but from California, also from Argentina, from everywhere. And one more time, from the clients have a special request. We can, for example, we had a wonderful booking for New Year, and the client were fan of tequila. So we bring them 1942 Don Julio, some bottle of Clase Azul, very exclusive Clase Azul tequilas, and they enjoy it a lot, of course.
Yeah, so everything is tailor-made as much as you know about the client. You're going to try to appeal to what he's expecting. Not expecting, it usually comes as a surprise, but you'll definitely do a great job. So yes, Catherine, all food and alcohol and nannies are included. Huh? Oh, no.
Yes.
So I do not see any other question. What can we say? I mean, the weather, you mentioned it
The weather, it's
below the hurricane belt, but it's all year
yeah,
long that it is beautiful.
all year long, wonderful. And the only month that we should maybe not recommend is September.
Mhm.
Sometimes September is very great, but
Yeah.
sometimes we used to have some rain days that should be ashamed at having some rain in these beautiful private islands.
Yes,
But yeah, all year long we have a beautiful weather. To my opinion, my favorite months are probably May and June, because the AV is not that hot and the weather is just perfect.
which is amazing, yeah, because I remember that the owner, I think in 2020, they were spending almost a whole year on the island. And she said the best weather came from April 1st. And I said, April 1st start to be the lowest season elsewhere in the Caribbean.
Indeed,
So
indeed.
it's
That's
an
why we have
amazing,
this.
and you said your favorite would be May or June. So definitely, I think people maybe don't think about it, but that could be a fabulous location for weddings. When the weddings happen in summer, there is not much choice in the Caribbean where you can have an amazing weather for the summer months. Huh?
Indeed, and a word regarding the wedding, we can also arrange um, connection between other hotels, luxury hotel that we have in Grenada. We can organize a daily navette between the hotel and Calivigny in case we have more guests.
Mm-hmm. Yes, because then the guests would stay in different hotels. You even also, at some point, I think you can rent a private yacht, and the yacht could be on Calvini, near Calvini, by Calvini,
Uh,
and then for
don't
extra bedroom as well.
insult.
You did that in the past, I remember. Huh? Voilà.
Indeed.
So, Catherine, you're asking if we can book the villas separately.
Oh,
Alexis,
we have no two options. We try to favorize a buyout only. Now, if we have some clients that they are a group of 10, for example, and they want to rent a week or 10 days, regarding the seasons, we have option to rent the beach house only.
mhm. Voilà.
But
And,
of course,
and you still get the privacy of the entire island.
of course, it's what I'm gonna say. Like, we offer the exactly same experience that if they were doing the buyout. The only difference is that they will not have access to the other villas, but the experience is the same and they have the exactly same privacy and confidentiality than the buyout.
Mhm. So, Catherine, to answer your question, you could have more family, but they, of course, need to know each other because they're basically doing the buyout all together. Huh? But one family maybe will choose to be at the beach house, the other one overhang, and the other one will take the beach bungalow.
Only one group of clients at a time.
Yes, one group of clients at a time. But we've seen sometime, I think the smallest booking we had was like 6. Huh? But in that case, as you said, you can adjust, and we just book one of the villa, and they still. So the published rates, we have the same rate all year long, because actually, Alexi, we base on the fact that the season is the same all year long. Voilà.
The only difference is that, for example, for what we call high season, like New Year, Christmas, etc. Yeah, we prefer to. I mean, we get the
full buyout.
Exactly, full buyout, and sometimes we request 10 days for this.
Rather than, because usually we have what, like when you do the full buyout, it's 4 days. That's what the minimum.
Yes,
for the full buyout. For the full buyout.
4 or 5 days, yes.
For 5 days. All right. Anne, you want to know more about the sustainable approach? The organic farming is amazing.
Indeed, and we are also 100% independent. That's a great question. We produce our own electricity. We have a new usine of desalinization for the water, so we produce our own water. And yes, of course.
Yeah, this would be nice picture to add, because this is so unusual that you have your own electricity, you have your own water. We take it for granted, but it's exceptional.
we have also to keep some subject secrets,
Ah,
you
okay,
know.
okay, secrets, some secrets, huh? Voilà. But really, and the farm is big. I mean, you get all your eggs from there, the chicken, and I think the owner have more farming on the main island of Grenada. Huh? You have more animals there. That's what I know. Huh?
Yes, indeed.
So, and everything will be fresh. I know we have a priority option from the fisherman fishing around. Usually we are
Yes,
their first stop.
ev- every morning we can have a daily delivery of local fish. That could be for turbo, that could be for lobsters, that could be for dorada. We have plenty of options, and you can only choose on the dock, directly on the dock with a chef, as when you can go to the green farm for choosing your vegetables. 10 minutes later, you can choose if you want to eat lobster, dorad, and you choose with a chef, and then let's go.
Yeah. Alexi, Catherine is asking for the rates for buyout. Would you like to mention all this? We have only one of our two rates, basically, depends
Yeah.
the number of people. Huh?
So the daily rate for the buyout is about $132,000 per night, excluding the local 15% VAT. And the second option of the beach house villa, it's about 57,000 per night, excluding VAT. And we have also the possibility to rent 1, 2, or 3 beach cottages to add of the beach house villa.
Voilà. So
And
instead, oh, sorry, Alexi, didn't mean to cut you off.
just
Alors,
wanted to mention it's about 10,000 per night for per beach cottages.
So the transfer from the airport, we said they pick you up at the plane and they take you 15 minutes by road to the Secret Harbor Marina. And then from there is like what, 7, 8, 9 minutes? It's really short. 10 minutes at the most.
I have to say 15 to be sure, but when we use the yacht, it's about 5 minutes because
voilà, 5 minutes.
We go fast. Let's say 10.
So it's road and like 10 minutes by boat. So it's really
in less than 30 minutes from the clients are leaving the airport, they are directly on Calivigny.
Yes. Private yacht tour. Yes, we can have different option for the clients, whatever they want to do, that we can offer. You have, because actually in Calivigny, you have a lot of private yacht. You have your own boats.
A lot. We have our, and know if the client need to rent a mega yacht, for example, that's something which we already did. We can help them also to charter it.
Yes, but I mean, the clients have access to your own boats. You have a lot of boats. Calivigny has their own boats. Huh?
We have 3 of them. The Intrepid boats, which is used for the transportation, the fishing station, if they want to dive also, and the other boats is for water activities.
Alors, Kazia, you wanted to know what excursion are included and what's not included.
Out of the island, basically nothing is included. I mean, if they use our boat, that's included. But if they want to dive on the underwater museum, if they want to do quad or buggy session, that's not included. But of course, we can arrange it for the clients.
Voilà, but what's included is all around the island, which is wonderful because you have your jet ski, your jetpack, your kayaking, the diving is right there. So usually there is really a lot of activity. I would say for me, I really sell it that a lot of activities are included, and you have so much to do.
Of course, and we can also organize like some night evening parties with some local dancers, local bands,
which are included. I saw that. So only, I think one day you had an exception where the clients wanted somebody, I think, from Brazil. So of course, if you want the musician or the dancer to be from Brazil, then you have to pay. But the local one coming from Grenada were amazing, and they are included in the price. No?
Yes, indeed. And we did it also for New Year this year, an incredible firework. I just got the videos, and that was like just fabulous. people, I mean, clients partying in the same time in the beach house area, in the pool, dancing, eating. That was amazing.
Or if there were any picture you can share without showing any, not now, but the next time of what can be done without, of course, seeing the clients, but that would be nice because it's definitely, you have outdoor theater, you have indoor theater. I mean, it's endless, endless. Huh? So Deborah, you said if the family just take the beach out, we said it's $57,000 a night. Huh? And the beach house is for as 9 bedrooms, so it's up to 18 guests.
Indeed.
Voilà. I do not see any more question, anyone. So I don't know if there is any more question for Alexis. You can join Alexis on Let's Connect. You remember we are keeping up. I think everybody loved it last year. Let's Connect 365, and you can have a 15 minutes meeting with Alexis or we at our hoteliers and DMC.
That would be always a pleasure for me to help all of you and try to work together, as it's always a pleasure to be connected with Dominique.
Thank you, my dear. The webinar will be, all our webinars are recorded and they're going to be on YouTube if you have missed some from the past, or if you want to know, we've been doing webinars since March 2020 and we're going to continue. I think everyone love it. Let's see, I see 2 more. And you said, Elena, you said Happy New Year to all. Anne as well, thank you. And merci, Céline. Thank you, everyone. It was a pleasure to be with you at the beginning of a wonderful year to come, I'm sure. Voilà. Alexis, thank you again. And next time, live from Calivigny.
Live from Calivigny.
Exactly.
That's on the plan.
All right. Bye-bye, everyone. Have a good day. Bye.